There are three SUVs sitting on dealer lots right now that salespeople practically beg people to look at. And every mechanic I know, they're quietly recommending them to their own families. These aren't good enough compromises. I'm talking about SUVs that'll go 300,000 miles with nothing but oil changes and tire rotations, selling for thousands less than they should because of one stupid reason. Nobody knows they're reliable. After working in the automotive industry for over a decade, I've watched people overpay for CRVs and Highlanders, while these three just sit there, waiting for someone smart enough to notice. Today, I'm counting down my three most underrated SUVs on the used market, the ones that offer Toyota-level dependability at bargain prices. Let's get into it. Number 3. Mazda CX-9. Number 3 is an SUV that'll shock you with how little it costs to maintain. I'm talking lower repair costs than a Highlander, better handling than a Pilot, and depreciation so steep you can grab a loaded model for the price of a base CRV. You can pick up a 2016 or 2017 model right now for under $15,000. Let me tell you about a conversation I had last month. A customer came in, mid-30s, family of 4, needed something with 3 rows. She was dead set on spending $22,000 on a 2018 Honda Pilot with 85,000 miles. I looked at it, solid truck, don't get me wrong, but then I pulled up a 2017 Mazda CX-9. Touring with 72,000 miles for $14,500. Same size, same 3 rows, better fuel economy, and $7,500 less. She said, "I've never heard of anyone buying a Mazda CX-9. Exactly. That's why it's cheap. She bought it. 6 months later, she texted me, "Why doesn't everyone know about this SUV?" Here's what nobody tells you about the second generation CX-9. Mazda built this thing to compete with luxury brands, not economy brands. The 2.5-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder makes 250 horsepower. That's more than the V6 in a same-year Highlander. The 6-speed automatic transmission? Smooth as butter, and it's a traditional torque converter, not a CVT that'll grenade at 120,000 miles. And the kicker? RepairPal ranks the CX-9 as the number 1 most reliable full-size SUV. Not top 3. Number 1. The average annual repair cost is $539. That's $245 less than a Pilot, and $400 less than an Explorer. I've seen CX-9s roll into the shop at 150,000 miles, and the biggest repair was a water pump. That's it. Current used prices: a 2016 Mazda CX-9. Touring with 75,000 miles runs about $13,000 to $15,000. A comparable 2016 Honda Pilot EXL with the same miles. You're looking at $18,000 to $21,000. That's a $5,000 to $6,000 difference for an SUV that costs less to maintain. Now, if you're shopping for one, here's what to check. First, take it on the highway and listen to the transmission. The 6-speed should shift smoothly between gears. No hesitation, no clunking. Second, check the infotainment screen. Some early 2016 models had touchscreen lag issues. Not a deal breaker, but test every button. Third, look under the hood for oil leaks around the turbo. If it's clean, you're golden. If there's residue, negotiate or walk away. Here's the math on the CX-9. Buy one for $14,000. Drive it for 150,000 miles. Spend maybe $3,500 on maintenance over that time. You will not find a better dollars per mile deal in the 3-row SUV category. If you think the CX-9 is overlooked, this next one might surprise you, because everyone knows about it, but nobody realizes how cheap you can get them used. And the reliability? It's almost boring how dependable they are. Number 2 is the Honda Pilot, specifically the 2015 to 2017 models. Now, I know what you're thinking. Wait, the Pilot isn't underrated. But here's the thing, the 3rd-generation Pilot from these years is. Everyone's buying the newer 2019 and up models, or the older 2nd-gen trucks. The 2015 to 2017 models? They're sitting in a depreciation sweet spot that's absolutely criminal. I had a guy come into the shop 2 years ago with a 2016 Pilot Touring. He'd bought it with 68,000 miles for $16,500. Brought it in for a pre-purchase inspection before he'd already signed the papers. Yeah, backwards, I know. But I put it on the lift, checked everything, clean. I told him, You just got the deal of the decade. Fast forward to last week. He's at 152,000 miles. You know what's broken? Nothing. He's done oil changes, brake pads, and one set of tires. That's it. Annual repair cost? About $514, which is actually lower than the average for midsize SUVs. Here's what makes the 2015 to 2017 Pilot special. Honda completely redesigned this generation with a unibody construction instead of body-on-frame. They kept the 3.5-liter V6 engine, the same one that's been bulletproof since 2005, but paired it with a new 6-speed automatic, or a 9-speed for the higher trims. The 6-speed is what you want. It's proven. The 9-speed had some early issues, though Honda fixed most of them by 2017. RepairPal gives the Honda Pilot a 3.5 out of 5.0 reliability rating, which ranks it 13th out of 26 midsize SUVs. That sounds middle of the pack, but here's the key detail. While it has slightly more frequent shop visits than average, those visits are for minor stuff. We're talking brake rotor resurfacing, not transmission replacements. Current market prices will make you smile. A 2016 Pilot EXL with 80,000 miles? You're looking at $17,000 to $20,000. That's about 65% depreciation from the original $38,000 sticker price. Compare that to a 2016 Toyota Highlander XLE with similar miles. You're paying $22,000 to $25,000. That's a $5,000 difference for nearly identical capability. The most expensive repair I've ever done on these third-gen Pilots was a front strut replacement at 140,000 miles. Cost? $850 for both sides. Compare that to the average surprise repair on a same-age Explorer, $1,400. When you're test driving one, pay attention to 3 things. First, check for brake pulsation. Some 2015 and 2016 models had warped front brake rotors. It's fixable, but tells you the previous owner didn't maintain it properly. Second, listen for any transmission slippage, especially if it's the 9-speed model. Honda issued a software update. Make sure it's been done. Third, check the infotainment system. The earlier models used Honda's first-gen display audio system, and some units developed touchscreen issues. Not a mechanical problem, but annoying. Here's my take on the 2015 to 2017 Pilot. This is the best 3-row SUV you can buy for under $20,000. It's spacious, reliable, practical, and affordable to maintain. If I had to pick one vehicle right now to haul a family for the next decade with minimal drama, I'd buy a 2017 Pilot EXL with the 6-speed and never look back. Number 1. Toyota 4Runner. Number 1 is a body-on-frame SUV with the same legendary reliability as the Land Cruiser, more off-road capability than anything else under $30,000 used, and resale value so strong it barely depreciates. Yet somehow, people still overlook it because they think it's too expensive or too old school. Let me tell you about my own experience with the 4Runner. 3 years ago, I needed a personal vehicle. I'd been driving beaters and shop loaners for years. My budget was $22,000. I looked at Pilots, Highlanders, Durangos, all good trucks. Then I found a 2014 Toyota 4Runner SR5 with 94,000 miles for $21,800. It wasn't the newest, it wasn't the prettiest, but I knew exactly what I was buying: bulletproof reliability. I bought it. At the time of this script, I'm at 187,000 miles. You know what I've spent on repairs? $2,400 total. And that includes a full brake job, new shocks, and replacing the radiator. 0 mechanical failures. The thing starts every single morning, no matter the temperature. The 5th generation 4Runner, which spans from 2010 to 2025, shares its platform and 4.0-liter V6 engine with the Lexus GX 460 and the International Land Cruiser Prado. This engine is legendary. It doesn't have timing belt replacements. It's got a chain that lasts the life of the engine. It doesn't have turbo failures, direct injection carbon buildup, or transmission nightmares. It just runs. Now, let's talk depreciation, or lack thereof. This is where the 4Runner blows every other SUV out of the water. A 2017 Toyota 4Runner SR5 with 80,000 miles sells for $28,000 to $32,000 today. You know what it cost new in 2017? About $37,000. That's only $5,000 to $9,000 in depreciation over 8 years. Compare that to a 2017 Ford Explorer XLT. It's lost $18,000 in value. The 4Runner holds 75 to 80% of its value, while most SUVs drop to 50 to 60%. According to CarEdge, a 4Runner will cost about $5,597 in maintenance and repairs during its first 10 years. That beats the industry average for SUVs by nearly $1,850. There's also only a 16.6% chance of needing a major repair in that time, 7.98% better than similar vehicles. RepairPal gives the 4Runner an average annual repair cost of $514. The most common issues? Brake rotors needing resurfacing and the occasional EVAP system check engine light from a clogged charcoal canister. That's a $90 part. I can replace it in 20 minutes. If you're shopping for one, here's what to inspect. First, check for rust on the frame, especially if you're in the Rust Belt. Toyota had a frame rust recall on older models, but inspect anyway. Second, look at the tire wear. Uneven wear means it needs an alignment. Not a deal breaker, but knock $200 off the price. Third, pull the dipstick and check the transmission fluid. It should be red or pink, not brown or burnt smelling. Fourth, test the four-wheel drive system. Put it in 4 high and drive a circle in a parking lot. It should engage smoothly. If you hear grinding, walk away. Here's my final take on the 4Runner. This is the smartest long-term SUV investment under $30,000. It's a real body-on-frame, go-anywhere truck that'll outlast everything else on this list. If I could only own one SUV for the rest of my life and never worry about it breaking, I'd buy a 4Runner and sleep easy. So there it is. 3 SUVs the market forgot, but smart buyers didn't. The Mazda CX-9 with luxury bones and economy car pricing. The Honda Pilot that's quietly racking up miles with zero drama. And the Toyota 4Runner, the unkillable legend that laughs at depreciation. Hit subscribe if this helped you. I'll keep bringing you the truth about what's actually worth your money. Drive safe, maintain your SUV, and it'll take care of you. See you in the next one.